up and live. Go into Twitter. Let's see who's going to be first in chat today. Jump on the clipboard. Oh my goodness. Having all kinds of technical difficulties today. It is one of those weeks. Wish I could just set it up to where it automatically goes to the number one people. So how is everyone doing this week so far? Let's kind of get over and have a look at some of the charts real quick. Definitely pull up AMC. Did my Twitter just crash on me? I said just one of those days of technical difficulties. Okay, there we go. So looking at AMC, we did have that channel is looking like it wants to somewhat cooperate. What did start off as, we were looking at a lower level as far as a channel of support, an upward support channel, has turned into our resistance channel. So we will end up moving that over here in just a bit. See, I liked having it as a nice narrow channel. Let's go ahead and let's snap to there. Wow, screen just got really, really dark. And keeping that low, much better. Now see, why does it keep doing that? I had it set up all the way down to there. There we go. Silence! So yeah, looking at the day, we've had I hate it when I go to the 1 minute. 1 minute never wants to line up with these. Let's go to the 5. So we are getting this, we are getting upward support. I was looking at these two zones last week as far kind of places to watch to see if we stabilize as far as opening up the possibility of doing options this week. And as you can see, we did end up pushing up through that, and we are now holding a higher channel above that 2710. So as is, if this trend continues, we're certainly looking a lot better towards having the low end of the option chain open back up for us. With how far we're getting pushed down, wanted to make sure that these levels of support would hold up. And just kind of make sure that before you're entering anything on the low side that the stock is looking to move away from there. So of course, when we're playing on the low side, my favorite low side options are the bull put. And see, we're still holding nicely these 25, 26. I think when we looked at them last week, they were pretty close to same value, which means we could be looking at, this could just be from volatility picking up. Volatility does affect the price of your contracts, along with your delta being the share price and your theta being your time decay. So just might be because increased volatility or a change in volatility has affected this price. So it's still holding above that nice little quarter zone, where you can basically turn $25 contracts to where you can turn $400 into $500 if you play 4 contracts. So that's definitely a positive sign right there. Definitely bullish that we are catching that support and we are establishing higher channels. Because if you look going all the way back to, what day was this? The 13th, when we got pushed down into this new zone. And aside from this dip down, which I believe this was that 5 million share short that we got hit with, and fought back from, I think that was only about 15 minutes of actual market time. But if you look, we've been holding this lower channel all the way from the 13th, and we climbed out on the 17th. And we've actually established, or we have the beginning of establishing a higher channel. So yeah, that's definitely bullish. It's definitely showing the share prices are fighting back. That we are getting those higher lows. And we can jump over. Now we are red for the day, but that's what are we at on the day here? Yeah, we're not even down 1.5% right now. We're actually under 1.33%. So on the day itself, we're not doing too bad here. We'll jump back into the 1 minute interval. So we'll go back and look at where was. So yeah, we had this is the early morning volatility. You typically see this in the first 15 to 30 minutes of the market being open. You can see upward and downward spikes. That's why a lot of people will tell you not to really make too many moves in the first 15 to 30 minutes because of this huge volatility. Now, if you are timing it and looking to day trade, as far as when to buy and sell, if you're playing, if you run up and sell and have the drop and buy, if you're playing options, it's a good way to sneak in, make quick cash in that first 30 minutes of the day, and just for the rest of the day, just sit on your hands. Or if you don't like playing the volatility and want to wait for the market, you sit on your hands the first 30 minutes, and then you get to your active trading. So also we can check Prague here, because I know Prague is another one of our favorites. And Prague was actually set up. I had set this up a while back for running dual channels. And doesn't want to zoom out. I guess I got to go to the 30-minute. So I'm kind of waiting for Prague to break off the center and start really running more towards the 290 and then down to 2.25. If it starts playing in that range, that is definitely a good zone to start doing day trading and swing trading on shares. And granted, you're looking at this, it's only a 50-cent spread. So if you're dealing in 100 share blocks and not playing options. Because on options, you're going to be looking at the $3, the $2.50, and the $2. Well, you're not catching those ranges. So if you're looking just to go and capture a little bit of premium, yeah, you can play the options on it. This is not one that I would actually be doing myself, though. but it is possible on single options. You could keep playing covered calls on on the $3, and then either the 250 or the $2, depending on how much of a spread you're looking to do. You sell your covered call. If you get assigned, then you turn around and go to the other side and start doing cash secured puts. If you look right now, being a 4-day week, not really seeing a whole lot of premium. That's why I was saying, me personally, I would rather do shares on it, because looking at this gap, that is pretty much, what do we got here? That is a 60-cent gap. So if you're doing 100 share blocks and setting your limits and letting it run up, tag, sell, then set a limit, let it run down, buy, depending upon how wide of a window you're going, you're looking at potentially $50-$60 per swing that you do. So that's just one of those things when you're dealing with a stock that where the premiums aren't available to actually make decent money off of. By using your limit orders, for one, you're setting the price that you want, and a lot of people will tell you about the evils of payment for order flow. But if you're setting your prices, if you're saying, okay, go ahead, and if it gets up to 290, sell. Well, it runs up to 290, but the market maker, they find you a deal for 288, and because you said 290 is good, if it ran up and you got your fill to sell, if they skim those 2 cents off, but you're still getting the price that you wanted, you could complain about it, but the fact is you told them how much what you're looking at for your limit prices. So using limit prices, whether it is a buy order or a sell order, you're kind of setting up for where you want. And if they find a better deal but still feel you where you're at, they're not going to take all the potential profits off of it, but they'll look to fill you as close as they can. And if there's a little bit of extra profit that they can make through payment for order flow, well, you're still getting your fill. I'm still a fan of best price execution, but if I'm telling them that this is what I'm willing to take, then that's pretty much what I'm willing to take. So we're going to jump over to Sheeb now. And Sheeb is looking at a nice little bounce there. It's just been getting driven into the ground. I still think Sheeb is absolutely wonderful. I have not sold any of my Sheeb yet. I don't have plans to sell any of it for quite a while. This is of course a long-term investment. A lot of your cryptos too, look to keep those long-term. But yeah, looking back recently, how far out? Let's go on the daily. That gap setting is some good info. Outdoor Smile, which gap are you referring to? Are you referring to using limit orders to basically try and control your gap when you're doing individual trades? Because some of your brokerages, you can set. They'll have options to where when you're setting your limit orders, you can set it good for the day, only within trading hours. You can set good for day, extended trading hours. You can even set it out to where it doesn't expire, and most of them will hold those for 90 days. So I mean, literally, you can sit there and swing trade hands off if you wanted to. Gap setting about AMC that you were speaking. Gap setting about AMC that you were speaking of. Which gap setting? Not sure exactly which Get a little bit of Kool-Aid here. All of it. Yeah, well, the one I was speaking of, when I was talking about the day in swing trading. Hey, Danelle, welcome to the chat. Just popping in to listen. That's not a problem. I like when everybody pops by. It doesn't matter, I like group participation, but it's not a requirement. I can certainly just go over some of the technicals that I see. But as far as the whole day in swing trading and using the limit orders, because I'm not a fan of playing with my AMC shares. That's why everything I do on AMC for the most part is just strictly options unless I'm buying shares. But I know I was talking these two different zones on Prague a bit, and I guess you could kind of if you were looking to play, if you were looking for channels like that on AMC, of course. I'm just waiting for more definition on AMC before I jump in on options. And the low end, of course, going off how I like to trade, the low end, the bull put spreads, those are open now. Those are that's it's hit a place where I'm comfortable getting back in. For a while there, I shut down. I was shutting off all options during the drive down we saw when the full market pushed down. But now that we've seen that this lower channel has held up, I had this little micro channel, but this micro channel was built all the way back on the 10th, and really it's not that's not really a hard line to look at right now, but it is a nice little buffer. So if I wanted to build an upper channel and start looking to see if we're perhaps going to be stepping up like a staircase, because we did have this nice couple day run right here on the low end, and we pushed up through. At the start of the stream, I did widen this channel out, this upward trending channel, because originally we did push through, recaptured a bit. We did dip a little bit under, but the fact is that this channel was built when we were still on the low end, and we did push through it. So I'm like, okay, well, if the stock is looking like it wants to start moving upward, let's go ahead and open that channel up a bit. So kind of by using an ascending channel and then using your horizontals, you can really get a good grasp, depending upon what type of technical trader you are and how you're looking to play the market. Using those in combination with each other really can give you good signs of what you're looking for. Now, the only thing that worries me is the fact that this is a short trading week. The market is closed on Friday because of Christmas. Next week, even with New Year's, it will be a full 5-day trading week. I don't know if they plan. I haven't looked to see if next Friday for New Year's will only be a half day, but I do know that the market will be open on Friday of next week. So that being said, we can kind of jump over on the vertical puts, on those bull put spreads. Wait for it to upload the data here. While that's waiting, let me pop back over, check that. I don't know why my Weeble's so laggy. I know it's, there we go. I know it's not my internet. So looking at the verticals for next week, so those 23-24s, those are right at that quarter mark, just a little bit below. I'm sure if you put in sold to open and put 25 as your price, you probably would get a fill fairly quick. Because if you look, the high end's at 30, the lows at 19, you're $1 off. It's quite easy for those to get filled. Those 24 25s, those are looking real nice. Either one of these, if it's within your risk tolerance, basically instead of doing quartering up to where you open 4 contracts, you turn 400 into 5. Well, this makes it a lot easier if this 25 26 is within your risk tolerance. Now basically you can take 300, turn it into 400. So it certainly opens up the possibilities of making just that little bit more. And that's what we're always looking at here is just getting that little bit more out of the market. I'm just not a fan of sitting by and waiting for we know the MOAS is coming eventually, but I like to have stuff to do while I'm waiting for the MOAS. And these little trades, that's just it gives me a way to make a little bit of extra money and increase my AMC position while I'm waiting on the MOAS. So how is everyone else looking today? I thought my P&L was hovering fairly close to neutral on the day. Yeah, I'm pretty close to even on the day, just a little bit red. And on a day when most of the market, I'm looking through right now, and I've only got 3 green positions, so I'm about 10% of my portfolio is green, and the rest of it is red. Hey, Wrestler, how's it going, man? It is now officially a chat because we've got the eggplant in the house. So yeah, it's just it's a really red day in the market right now. And on a super red day, when you see that you're oh, SPY gap down huge. What do we got here? From we'll call it 460. That's like $5.5 gap right there. That's not fun. I see, it's kind of disappointing because we look back on the SPY, and we had that nice little nice channel that was holding up pretty decent. We ended up with the double bottom, had a nice run up to almost 473, and downward pressure, gap down. Traded not really sideways, but kind of in a nice little wave pattern, and then boom, gap down again. So those 2 gap downs like that is not what we like to see, especially for the S&P 500. We're going to jump over, see if the NASDAQ 100's doing the same. Yep, same thing. Gap up, sideways channel, double bottom, spike, and then downward, huge gap down. And our third major indices, the IWM, which is the Russell 2000, the home of the AMC. See, they had a shorter horizontal channel. The push down, you can almost see where the double bottom was, but it was a lot worse. This is where the double bottom on the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ were. They had that strong run up, and they got pushed down harder. Huge spike jumped in on the 17th, and that was the morning of the 17th. How's the... yeah. Ha ha ha. Very funny. But yeah, Prague is down in the lower channel right now. Basically in the purchase channel. And if they get back to the selling channel, it'd be nice to... I held off because these spikes are just getting a little bit above the gold line, and the gold line is where I'm actually averaged at right now on it. So I'd like to see, start to bound a little bit of, get more distance away from my average, and then I'll start, flipping some of the shares back and forth to increase the position on those. Man, I tell you what, I don't know where y'all are at, but oh my goodness, is it a cold morning this morning. Had when I started work, it was around 6 degrees, and the wind chill was down around -12, and that's definitely a chilly morning. Granted, it could be worse, but also it could be better. It could be after the Moas or hit the lottery or something, and be on a nice tropical beach somewhere. How is Doge looking? Doge has had a push down also. Oh, Wrestler, you're down in Florida? I miss Florida. I've got family that lives down in Florida. I lived in Georgia for a while, so I'd pop down into Florida every once in a while. Uh, Lived in Mississippi. Would go over to Pensacola from time to time, like 2 or 3 times, I think. Go back over to AMC. So yeah, I'm gonna check some of the others right now. AT&T's catching a little bit of support, which is nice considering how beat down they've been lately. Yeah, huge. Whoa. Yeah, after getting pushed down to almost $22. 40 degrees in Indiana. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I wish it was 40 degrees here. I like those above freezing temperatures. Yeah, going back to the 16th, man, if buying at AT&T at that 22 and then have a run up of basically went up 230 roughly. That would have been a nice one to hit right there. AMC 29, yeah. Yep. Yeah, if we just had a nice little run right about 1300, pull back. What I like is, of course, the higher low. Always love seeing the higher lows here. Let's take this 1 minute. Let's just kind of go off these lows. If we can keep running up on that, that'd be great. Like I said, just keep stepping upward. Secure the bag. Ha ha ha. I know what you're trying to do there. By the way, Wrestler, I absolutely loved the video for Claybro with the dry erase board in the background. That was epic. As soon as you moved, I saw it. I'm like, oh man. Clay actually had to. I forget who it was that told him to go back and to rewatch that. And I'm like, how could you miss the eggplant? But yeah, that was great. That video was just epic all around. So what we're looking at, let's have a look at Consolidated Edison. It's funny, everything going on in the market, and Consolidated Edison just the rest of my portfolio could be red, and somehow it almost always seems to be green for me. No one saw that coming. Yeah, so of course, nothing is ever, it's never an endorsement of a stock on here, like everyone to make their own trades, but looking at it, this is actually one of the better ones I got in on, just because it's had nice steady upward movement. Did have a little bit of a pullback here. But for the most part, right after, at the start of October, from October onward, it has just been looking, looking pretty darn good the whole way. Oh, yeah, AMC just went, oh, let's get over there. Yeah, that's, I like exciting things happening. Yeah, if we keep getting a push like this, God. Beautiful candle right there. Let's see, I want to have a look at one. Oh, a couple others are waking. Yeah, looks like certain sectors are starting to wake up on the market. Where I just had 3 that were green, now I'm up to. It looks like one of my uranium plays, and with AMC, yeah, starting to catch more buying pressure in the market. So we are seeing a little bit of a pullback here. Yeah, where did we... So we opened the day at 29.20. Oh. Did we just go red? Where did you... I wish they all reported the same. I've got some saying that we opened at 29 even. This is saying we opened at, what? Oh, it must be open on those candles. So yeah, it looks like it's cooling off just a little bit here, taking a breather. Yeah, we definitely love to see some boom boom candles kick in here. So what we got to see on here now is, do we come back and test this upward channel, or do we maybe pull back just a little bit and keep running? Because it's gonna. On a run up like this, you're going to see it take breathers. It's not going to sit there and just rip until the MOAS actually happens. And even during the MOAS, you might see a little bit of pullback here and there. But yeah, both these are just, they're almost the same angle. The 3 of you watching better not spam the chat. Yeah. I think the real shame is I've never seen Claybro in here yet. Well, one day we got to talk Claybro into coming over and joining the chat. See, at times like this, I wish I don't know how much good it would actually be, but to have the Ortex data, because if you look, this is a pretty steady downward push, and then I'm wondering, were we getting shorted during this time period? Because this is all today. Had a nice run up, steady downward pressure, unless that's day traders or swing traders coming in, and then the gloves are off, and they push back down, and then the gloves are off. Interesting doji candles. Yeah. Only during giveaways. What do you mean, Danelle? As far as Claybro being in the stream, he'll only be here if I'm doing giveaways? That's pretty decent volume right there. Almost a 250,000 shares right there. Not much of a breather looking at the RSI. Let's see how this lines up with the... As you're looking, we're still in this greater channel. We're still smack dab in the center of it. Oh, like spamming the chat for Clay's giveaways? Yeah. Yeah, that's the only time to spam the chat. Yeah, it's... this last set, it's looking like it didn't need that much of a breather. This was a pretty long breather right here. A little bit of buying pressure stepped in, and then selling pressure, and ever since then, upward push. If we keep seeing little mini pullbacks like this rather than a large pullback, yeah, I'd love to see us push us back in the mid 30s fairly soon. Today or tomorrow, that'd be nice. Yeah, eventually I'd like to start doing giveaways on the channel. What am I going to give away? There is on Streamlabs. Streamlabs has its own store right there, and there are Carbon Fiber Viper shirts, hoodies, coffee cups, all that are available on there. I don't have my own actual store, but there is merchandise on Streamlabs. And if the channel takes off and continues to grow, might order some shirts sometime, and maybe start doing some giveaways if we can get the channel to grow. Like, certainly when we finally do get up to 1,000 subscribers, I will definitely go out and be doing a hoodie giveaway on that one. That's one of those great benchmarks. Hitting that first 1,000 subscribers, hitting the 1K. Okay, so it looks like we're getting a little mini pullback here. Still hovering right on that green for the day mark. Let's see what's going on with GameStop, because maybe they've got the same going on over there. That's the trouble. GameStop, just their volume is, they don't have as much volume. Looking at their largest candle for the day, is that the largest? Or wait, first. Yeah, that huge downward spike. Yeah, other than market opening, they had almost 72,000 on 1 minute and a little bit over 68,000 on another minute. Other than that, they just have not had volume. So what does everyone else have planned for the rest of their day? I know I've got about 10 more minutes left on the chat here, or on the live stream, before I got to go back to work. Okay, let's... Prague looks like it's going to end up, for the most part, trading sideways the rest of the day. Can go on the 5. Yeah, looking at Prague, they're trading kind of narrow channel. What do we got? Right about 249 down to 243. They got like a 6-cent window they're operating, that they're running in today. It would be better to see, from an option standpoint, if you're selling options, it's always nice to see, either the trend moving away from where you're at. If you're selling bull put spreads, to see the share price go up. If you're selling covered calls, see it trade sideways. If only this, the share prices we're seeing here, the stability of Prague, if we had this on AMC, God, so many options to just be printing left and right. Longer than you've been alive. Wow. Wrestler, I thought you were older than that. I thought you were early to mid 30s. I didn't realize you were still in your 20s. Be 27 in February. Okay. Let's see. Trying to have a look here. So I almost wonder with the channel that we're seeing right now. Unless we get pressure stepping back in, I'm almost wondering if AMC might be starting to trade sideways for the day. We have seen this before, to where we'll see, good price movement in the morning, downward pressure, upward channels, a little bit of a run up, and then see it start to trade sideways for the rest of the day. And hopefully, that'll be a nice consolidation period. We might... if we get a sideways run for the next little bit, and then going into power hour, if we start to see a little bit of a run up, this breather could really help AMC out. Jumping back over, we are still on the bull puts. Now here's an interesting one. Looking at the bull puts on AMC right now. This is something I like to see, and this is something that I actually will capture if I get a chance, if I'm in position to make the trades. If you look, both the 26-27 bull puts and the 25-26 bull puts, for a while there, it just clicked over. They were both listed at the same price. And if you look right now, looking off the mid, the 25-26s are actually paying better than the 26-27s. So those are things that, if you see those and if you can get a fill on them, that's a good place to, you're getting $3 more of premium being $1 further away from the strike price. And I saw it on the other end, just for a second, I do not play bull put spreads that are already in the money. That's extremely dangerous. But I did see for a minute there, both the 34.35 and 33.34s are both listed at $78. So it's nice to see, you get those little buffer areas, and sometimes, it's still showing that the 25-26s are worth more. So why would you take $2 less premium for a strike price that's actually closer to the current share price? And the 25-26 has just picked up and just got more valuable with these moving another $2 away. So I don't know if that's just lag in the system or just the formulas they use if they're not being calculated correctly. But yeah, if you can get a fill further away for a better price, and it just changed. Well, that's one of those things on days where there's good price movement, good volatility. If you can manage to sneak in and steal a couple extra dollars of premium, and have more of a safety buffer built in. And 24-25s are still quartered up right now, almost at $30 a contract. Oh, y'all still having that conversation going on there. Get back over to the chart. Yeah, so we are starting to see a little bit of downward movement. So yeah, still I would be interested in seeing going further on into the day to see if this upward channel, see if this acts as an ascending support level. Yeah, but would you really expect anything different from Wrestler? He's like I said, it's not an official live stream until Wrestler drops an eggplant. That's just that's just the rules of YouTube. If Wrestler doesn't come in and drop an eggplant, it's not an official live stream. I think that's somewhere in the Constitution, maybe. I don't. It's or the 11th commandment, thou shalt eggplant the stream official. So anybody in this last few minutes have any question? Because I'm going to be wrapping up here in about 2 minutes. We are starting to see buying pressure stepping back in, getting a nice large green candle here. Especially after after this downward run we had, if we close green today, which I honestly think we will, because we're trending upwards. We did, we had our low, and then we had higher low, and now we're having another higher low. So yeah, I think we're going to end up closing green for the day. I would like to see us get up around 31, 32, and that is definitely within the realm of possible for the day. It'd be nice to get, nice huge channel drive us or candle come in and push us right over 40. That'd be nice. Not 29.40, but $40 even. That's But yeah, look at it stepping in right now. This is the time I really don't want to get off the live stream when we start seeing these nice big candles coming in. But I have to go ahead and wrap it up for big money coming in. Yeah, I mean that candle was 205,000 volume that came in on it. So yeah, 205,000 there, 134,000 there. Yeah, definitely big money coming in. Let's hope they can keep it up going into power hour and for the rest of the day. But I'm gonna go ahead and no questions. Thank you for your stream. Have a great afternoon. Oh, thanks, Danelle. Of course, I want to thank everyone for coming by. Wrestler, Danelle. Who else did we have in the chat? Outdoor Smile was in here for a little bit. Thank you, everyone, for coming by. If you can smash that like button, share the channel on social media, YouTube, Twitter, all that happy stuff. And I will see y'all in the afternoon, and may end up having an exciting rest of the day, and maybe a little bit to go over in a post-market evening stream. But hope each and every one of you have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.